Hi, this video is going to be to show you how to complete the square. For our problem, we have x squared minus 8x plus 2 equals 0. So our first step in completing the square is going to be to subtract 2 to both sides. So now we have x squared minus 8x equals negative 2. And now we're going to find the number that we're going to put here that is going to complete our square, and we're going to want to put that number on both sides. How we're going to find this is using the equation b divided by 2 squared. Our b value here is negative 8, so we'll plug that in. So we have negative 8 divided by 2 squared, which is negative 4 squared, which is positive 16. So we're going to put positive 16 after negative 8x and after negative 2. So let's bring this down. Now we have x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals negative 2 plus 16. And now, looking at this, we see that the equation that adds up to negative 8 and multiplies into 16 is negative 4. So now we're going to have x minus 4 squared, and we're going to simplify this because we have like terms, which is 14. And now we're going to want to isolate x, so we're going to square both sides. So now we have x minus 4 equals the square root of 14. And now we're going to want to add 4 to both sides. So now we have x equals 4 plus or minus the square root of 14. So now when we're making our graph, we know that this is our x value. So let's start making our quick sketch. Okay. So right now, I'm going to start by labeling our y-axis, which is 0, 2, because when we look here, we have 2 right here, where our c value is, which is our y-axis. So now I'm going to go 1, 2, over to 0, 2. Now we're going to label our points. And now I'm going to try and find the vertex. And we're going to use the formula here. I'm just going to flip over the paper. Our vertex formula is negative b over 2a to find our x value, and then 4ac minus b squared divided by 4a. So now we're going to plug all these in. For negative b, we have negative 8 divided by 2 times 1. And this is going to be positive 8 when we multiply both the negatives. So now we have 8 divided by 2, which is equal to 4. So for our points, right now we have 4 for our x value, and now let's do it for our y value. So we have 4, we're going to plug in 1 for a, and positive 2 for c, and then another negative 8 for b, over 4, and then plug in a 1 for a. Now we're going to simplify this. We have 4 times 1 times 2, which is 8, minus negative 8 squared divided by 4, and we're going to multiply that, and that's just 4. And now we know that the square root of negative 8 is 64, so let's write that. Now we have 8 minus 64 divided by 4, and 8 minus 64 is negative 56, and negative 56 divided by 4 is negative 14. So now that is our y value, and this is our vertex. So for our vertex, let's just write this back. We have 4, negative 14. So now let's get that point down here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 13, 14, excuse me, 4. So now we're going to go over 4 and down to 14. Here's our vertex, so now we're going to write 4, negative 14, because remember we want to write all of our points. And now we're going to plug in our x values. So remember we have x equals 4 plus or minus 14. So now we know that the square root of 14 equals roughly 3.3, excuse me, error 3.7. And now if we do 4 plus 3.7 is really just 7.7. So that's going to be our first x value is 7.70. So now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. So 7.70. And now we're going to subtract it. So since we know that the square root of 14 is roughly 3.7, so now we have 4 minus 3.7, which is equal to 3.3. Excuse me, I have another error. 0.3. Okay, here we go. Now 0.3 is roughly about here on our graph, so we're going to graph that. And now we have all of our points. They're all labeled and everything, so now we can make our parabola. And we can see that this is pretty much correct because our vertex is roughly in the center. Alright, so this is our answer. I hope this video helped. Thank you.